Michael, your research into the Anunnaki led you to start the Ubuntu movement, a philosophy based on communities without money. What did you discover about the origins of money?
Yeah, well, you see that this is interesting because I wouldn't have thought about Ubuntu unless I've been studying the ancient civilizations and where we come from, because I realized at some stage that the Anunnaki didn't use money. It's only when we start dealing with humans, suddenly money appears. So I realized that money was introduced as a tool of enslavement to control humanity. And here we are. That was introduced through the royal bloodlines when the Anunnaki appointed the first priest kings from amongst the humans to control the humans and give them fierce weapons and so forth. So I realized that since money is a tool of control, the only way we're going to overcome it and get out of this enslavement, absolute enslavement, is to stop using money. You cannot be controlled if you don't use their tools of enslavement. So the whole philosophy of Ubuntu is to create communities, make people realize that money is a tool of control, so let's stop using that tool of control and start living and creating things as living, breathing human beings, not legal fictions or persons or citizens, but living, breathing human beings that are divinely created, part of a much bigger plan that we could possibly imagine, that we actually have the potential encoded in our DNA to be gods and creators or co-creators of our own reality and our own universe. And so the whole Ubuntu movement is to start taking control of our own future and our own reality and creating communities, united communities where people live in unity instead of conflict, where people live in harmony and cooperation and cooperate towards the greatest benefit for everyone, as opposed to conflict and competition, which we're told is very good for us, which is the absolute biggest, one of the big lies. So Ubuntu communities are united communities where people live without money, where everybody contributes their God-given talents or acquired skills for the greatest benefit of everyone in a community.